Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, it's been a while. It's also been a while since I have been in my actual film space and been in front of my lights, just because this summer most of the time has been pretty hot, and sitting in front of these lights is not fun when the weather is warm and there's no AC in my apartment or in this room. So I'm really glad to be back in my normal space. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I have a ton of makeup that I want to try. My PR has just been kind of like rolling in and I've been really slow with unpackaging stuff, so I finally organized everything and I have a big pile of stuff that I want to try out and film, and I'm very excited about it. Lots of fun colors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So first of all, please ignore my breakouts. I know it's not super bad, but I've been having really clear skin lately, and I don't know, I just kind of broke out. I think it's probably because I'm about to start my period tomorrow, and TMI, sorry, but I always break out before I start my lady time, and that is just how life works, you know? It's just like your skin gets really nice and beautiful and then it starts breaking out, and it's a vicious cycle and it really never ends. So I am first gonna start out with my brows, and I have been growing out my brows for probably like a month now. I haven't been tweezing, I haven't been trimming. I really want them to grow out to their full potential because I have been plucking them for a really long time, and honestly they're just too thin in my opinion. I've been drawing them in pretty thin lately too, so I'm trying to kind of like build them back up to what I used to do. So today I want to go for kind of like a fluffy brow, and there's this new product from Iconic London and it's called the Brow Silk, and it's basically like soap brows, I'm guessing, but it's not like actual soap. It's probably just like gel. And then it also comes with this brush. It looks like a really fancy toothbrush, and apparently you're just supposed to like swipe it back and forth. So I just kind of like brushed it around and I'm swiping it back and forth until I get kind of a good amount of product on there. I've never used this before, so not sure how it's gonna go. And I'm just gonna brush it upwards in my brows. Hope this is right. Maybe I don't have enough product on there. Okay, not really sure how I feel about it quite yet. We are gonna fill in my brows as well, so hopefully I can shape them to look a little bit better. One of my brows, this left one that I'm doing right now, the hairs grow so much longer than my right brow. So that's been my goal, is to like get my right brow as long as my left brow. And if anyone knows like any good brow growth serums, because I know there's Lash serums that you can use, but I haven't really heard of any good brow growth serums. So if anyone has any suggestions, that would be amazing. Yeah, like look how much longer my hairs are than on this side. Like the front of my brow right here the hair just doesn't grow long. It's super weird. Like I have hair there, but it just doesn't grow. It kind of reminds me of like a less intense version of stick glue, like Elmer's stick glue, the stuff that I use like in my Halloween tutorials to make my brows go flat on my face so I can cover them up. But this definitely isn't as intense as that glue. Well, I'm gonna fill them in a little bit and see what it does. It's looking real crazy right now. I think I'm gonna use brow pomade. I was gonna use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, but I'm thinking pomade would probably be better. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Lock-In Liner and Brow Cream, and this is in light brown, and I'm just gonna take a really tiny like angled brush, and I'm gonna try to get that brush nice and thin. So I'm gonna wipe off the excess product, and I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, figure it out, I guess. This pomade, I don't know if I got a bad one or not, but it's kind of really dry, so I may have to switch to another one. Yeah, this is like too dry. I need something that's nice and creamy. Okay, so I'm now taking the Nabla Cosmetics Brow Pot, and this is in the color Venus. It's just like an ash blonde color, and yeah, this is way more creamy, so I think I'm gonna have better luck with this. I have used this stuff before, but not very often, so still gonna count it. Okay, now I'm gonna take some concealer and clean this mess up a little bit. I'm taking the Natasha Danona Transfix Matte Concealer, and this is in the shade Neutral, 1N Neutral. I think this is really, really light. Yes, it is. Okay, now I'm gonna take this e.l.f. eyelash and eyebrow clear gel. Gonna go in with the eyebrow side. Not really sure what the difference is, honestly, but guess we'll find out. And I'm just gonna brush the hairs upwards. Cleaned my brows up like a little too much, so they look not as like fluffy and kind of messy as I wanted them to, but my natural brow hairs are just kind of a mess right now and they're not really like making any sense, so I had to do what I could with what I have. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of that concealer and I'm gonna put that on my eyelids and we're gonna use that as the primer. This is a very light concealer. It's like almost white. Comes off way lighter than what I thought it would in the bottle. Like it looks not that white in the bottle. It's weird. And it's super liquidy. It like feels like, it almost feels like a silicone based face primer. It like has a really weird silky texture and I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, now I'm gonna put on some powder and I'm gonna try this Joah Selfie Ready Setting Powder. Looks very white. Don't know how to feel about it. Just gonna set that concealer with that. This is, I already feel like I don't like this setting powder. It's got a very like loose texture to it. Like it flings up into the air. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, now for eyeshadow, I'm gonna be taking this Colourpop palette. It has just a bunch of like single magnetic shadows in it. It's really, really pretty, really bright. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and focus more on the greenish bluish side because I also want to use this Colourpop Super Shock Pressed Pigment in Fizz. So I'm gonna start off with this light blue shadow and then taking this LA Girl crease brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and brush that into my crease. Okay, and then taking this deeper blue, on that same brush, I'm gonna put that right into my crease again, not really blowing it out quite as much. Okay, and then I'm gonna take some of that concealer again and a flat concealer brush and I'm gonna do a cut crease. Surprise, surprise, I never do those. Okay, and then taking that Super Shock shadow in Fizz, and I'm gonna take another concealer brush. I'm gonna go right over that cut crease area. Okay, now I'm gonna take this dark blue foiled shadow. And I know you're not really supposed to do this, but I'm gonna put it on my outer corner and blend it into that green. I just want a dark blue, and that other blue that I used is not dark enough. Taking this green glitter, hoping that it will just stick right to my eyes. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. I'm going to be using the Stila Smudge Pot Gel Liner, and this is in black, and I haven't used gel liner in so long, so I hope that I do okay. And I'm going to use this liner brush from Japanesque. Okay, now I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm going to try the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout, which is very interesting packaging. It's literally a brush. Then I'm going to put on some falsies. These are the Ardell 3D Foam Ink in 857. Okay, now starting with the face, I'm going to take the Wander Beauty Hidden Glow Brightening Cream. I'm going to use this as a primer. Okay, now for foundation, I'm going to take the Natasha Danona Foundation X Plus, and this is in the shade F5 and Fair. This might be way too light for me. I am not sure. It's extremely liquidy, just like, oh my god, that's way too light. Well, I don't know. Here, let me see. I guess that's okay. Just use light coverage. All right, I am gonna go ahead and use this LA Girl 108 brush. Just because I haven't been using brushes on my face for a really long time, I usually stick with the Beauty Blender. Okay, I'm gonna use this Beauty Blender to blend it in because this brush is not blending it in super well. Okay, and then taking that concealer, but I'm also gonna mix it with the color 3W Warm, just because this is way too light to use on its own. Like, literally, it's white. I mean, it's great for really, really fair people, but it does not look like it's gonna be that light in the container. It's crazy. Okay, what? Look at this. It's like not like really push on it to get it to blend out. It's so weird. And it's the same brand of foundation, so it should especially work with that. Wow, I don't know if this just like dries super fast. That's not moving. It must just dry super fast, oh my god. But it's also like, I started blending under my eyes like right after I put it on, and it still was super hard to blend out. And this like up close looks really bad. So I just turned on the brightness so you could see. Look how cakey and weird that looks, especially under my eyes, on my forehead. Very weird, especially since it's such a high brand or high quality brand. Doesn't really make sense, but okay. We're just gonna keep going with it. Oh, that is just really horrendous, isn't it? Okay, now I'm gonna take some of that powder that I used before and just go ahead and set my whole face with that. Oh, it's got a definite chalky smell to it. Okay, and then to bronze up my face, I'm gonna take this Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic, and I have used this before, but I think only like once. It's huge, It looks like a good color. It might be too, it probably is too dark for me, but I'm gonna go light with it. Okay, and then for blush today, we're gonna try the Colourpop Pressed Powder Blush in Shortcake. Super duper bright. Not sure how to feel about it. Gonna go really, really light with it. Tap off all that excess. Okay, and then for highlight, I'm gonna take the Pixie by Petra Glowy Gossomer Duo, not sure if I said that right, in Subtle Sunrise, and I believe I have used this before as well. I'm not doing so hot today, guys. But it was a really long time ago and I only used it once and I don't remember how I feel about it. So we're just gonna do it again. And I'm just gonna use the lighter color of the two. I'm not gonna go in with that pink shade. All right, and then to finish off my lower lash line, I'm gonna take the Colourpop Cream Gel Eyeliner in the color Piggy Bank, and I'm gonna go ahead and waterline my eyes with this. It is very pigmented, so I'm really excited about it. Okay, and then going back in with that eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna take this purple right here, and with a pencil brush, I'm going to blend that out on my lower lash line. And then taking some of that blue again, and I'm gonna just focus that on the outer corner of that lower lash line. Wow, we're really going colorful today. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some mascara. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of that highlight that we used and just going in on my inner corner, brightening it up a little bit, and then adding some to my brow bone as well. Okay, and then for my lips, I don't know if I want to go crazy bold or if I want to stick with more nude, but I have these two lipsticks from Urban Decay and one of them kind of matches my lower lash line. I feel like that'll be too crazy, but I don't know. Yeah, I take it back. Never mind, take it back. Instant regret. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Comfort Matte Lipstick in Heartless, and I'm just gonna tap my lips with this. I'm not gonna like fully cover them. All right, and then I'm going to put on some lip gloss. I'm gonna use the Hourglass Unreal Halo Lip Gloss. All right, and that is it for this makeup look. What a journey. I'm happy with how this look turned out. It's a lot more colorful than I intended it to, but I really like it. Couple things, I really like that eyeshadow palette. I love Colourpop's eyeshadows in general. I think they are very, very high quality for the price. And I pretty much loved everything except for this iconic London brow like gel pomade, whatever it's called, Brow Silk. Kind of disappointed me. I thought it was going to be a little bit more heavy duty. It ended up like not really, the hairs didn't really stay in place. The thing that kept my hairs going upwards is this e.l.f. brow gel, which is really, it ended up working out really well. And then no on the foundation, I think, and a definite no on the concealer. I'm very disappointed in that concealer. It is such a weird texture, super liquidy, super silicone-y feeling, doesn't blend out very well. It's just, it gave me like an overall really weird experience. It ended up looking fine in the long run, but nothing bugs me more than concealer that gets cakey. It's just a really big no-go for me, especially since concealer is like the product that I use the most on a daily basis. But yeah, everything else was great. The lipstick looks great, the lip gloss, the eyeliner worked out pretty well. It was kind of hard to work with over the glitter, but I don't really think that's the eyeliner's fault. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I miss doing first impressions makeup looks. I think they're so fun to do, and I think they're probably everyone else's overall favorite type of video, just because it's everything we love in one, testing out products and tutorials and my opinions and me complaining all the time. I know you guys love when I complain. All right, guys, I think that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.